A new Maori Language Immersion School is due to open in the Nelson region in just over 3 weeks. Te Kura Kaupapa Maori o Tuia Te Mātangi will provide immersion education for up to 61 students from Te Kohanga Reo level through to Year 13. The school is the first of its kind in Te Tauihu, or the top of the South Island, and was originally designated to be ready to be open at the start of this year. We invited the Chair of the Board of Trustees, Dayveen Stephenson, up to the Mainland studios to talk about the new school. Well, Te Kura Kaupapa Maori o Tuia Te Mātangi is a brand new Maori Language Immersion School. It's about to open up here in Nelson. Chair of the Board of Trustees is Dayveen Stephenson. Thanks for coming in to Mainland Television.
Kia ora.
How long has this project been in progress? When did it first get underway, Dayveen?
For a small group that have started it up until now, 6 years ago, okay. 2006.
So this has been building for some time.
Yeah, and saying that prior to us taking on that mantle, there were a lot of people that started this journey back 20 years ago.
Okay.
So I suppose it was timing for us, the small group at that time, to get things started again for those people who started way back then.
Now, Dayveen, I understand that we're the last place in the country to get a school such as this.
Yes, we are. We're the last region. There are 2 in Christchurch. There's one in Invercargill. There's also one in Dunedin. So for the whole South Island, we're the last region to Waiponamu, but also for the nation.
Okay, and this one at the moment is here to cover the top of the South Island.
Yes, so it's basically available. It's basically available to any child who wishes to enrol into the school for wherever they come from. It is based in Nelson, Richmond, at the Richmond site, but other people can actually, if they want to, start a school for themselves in whatever region, maybe over in Blenheim, Marlborough areas if they wish to. Right. So you can have it in any part of the region.
Dayveen, talk to us about how important it is to have a facility such as this, to be able to teach and speak in Maori language, because I know that within a language is built in the ideas of a culture. It has words and expressions within it that really are attached to a way of thinking, aren't they? Yes. So it's vitally important to preserve cultural values. But tell us about, what are the kids going to get out of this?
Yeah, so the whole reason why the whānau group decided what they wanted was they wanted Māori language for their children. So that was the drive for us. Our overall vision is to bring Te Reo Māori back into Te Tauihu. So that drove us from 6 years ago right up to now, as the Māori language in the region is dormant, if you like. So it's sort of a awakening for that to be revitalised again. So what are parents, children going to get out of this? They're going to get everything to do with Te Ao Māori, which is the Māori world. And saying that, we also know of, I suppose, walking in 2 worlds, if you like. Our children are able to walk in the Māori world and also Te Ao Pākehā, if you like.
Okay. Now, you said the language has been relatively dormant in the top of the South Island, Te Tauihu. Mm-hmm. Has that been of a concern, that there seems to be a lack of education in Māori? Not
a concern. I suppose a lot of our older people that do hold that mantle at the moment, for some reason or not, why was it not passed on? Why was it not given on to the next generations? Don't know that answer to that. However, it is about basically what I said, reawakening. Yep. The reo for the top of the South, so that we can develop it more. It is the base of Māori being. So by having your language, it goes hand in hand with being Māori.
Now look, this goes right through to Year 13.
It does. Starts at Year 0 to Year 13.
So students are going to be studying NCEA and Māori language?
They will be.
As
well as the other subjects.
Is that a first for the region?
No, they do have NCEA offered in the colleges in the region.
Okay.
In the Māori classes that are currently being offered in mainstream schools here.
Now, realistically, are there going to be students who will be entering in, say, Year 10, 11, 12, who haven't worked in Māori language before in education? So they're going to be quite challenged by this, aren't they?
Majority of our students that are starting, so we've got 54 starting in 4 weeks' time, do not have total immersion Māori language. So they're coming in basically with either real basic to medium, and even some of them to having no language.
Okay.
So this year we decided that to open it to our whānau, our parents who wish to enrol their children for this year. Next year we have an enrolment criteria that will kick in place, which would basically be a bit more tighter for children entering into the kura.
Okay. And I'm fascinated, what's the expectation of how long it will take them to get to a point of being relatively fluent?
Yeah.
How long does that take?
So, research states 7 to 8 years
Right.
in total immersion, that a person would come out fluent in a language if it was only in one language. So we, however, say that we have children that are in our koanga reo in the region, or in koanga reo nationally, and they are coming out fluent at age of 5.
Right. But that's an age group really where they kind of absorb what's going on around
definitely.
them a little bit more, isn't it?
Whatever language it is, yeah.
So the older they get, the more challenging this is going to be.
Yeah, definitely. Of course it will be, yeah.
Yeah. Now look, staff. Have
Yes.
you been able to get staff? Has that been difficult here in the top of the south?
Yeah, definitely. We currently have a tumuaki principal and 3 staff. The tumuaki, the principal, is a teaching principal, so she'll make up the staff ratios, a staff quota. So we've got 4 teaching staff at the moment. Okay. We can take up to 6 on the roll of up to 61 students, but at the moment we've got 4 teaching. Okay. One of them being the principal.
Now, with 61 students, that's your maximum capacity.
Yes.
From Te Kohangaroyo through to year 13.
Yeah.
So will the classes be mixed up a wee bit, or will they each be in age group sections?
Yeah, it's sort of same as mainstream, that there are year levels per those teacher per year levels.
Yep.
So they are definitely in their sections, if you like. Yeah.
Dayveen, there must be a sense of excitement about the pending opening in just a few weeks.
Definitely. We are very excited. The whānau are all busy at doing a lot of work for this very important day for us, the region, the community, the nation, if you like. We do have some dignitaries coming to attend, and saying that having the Maori King coming down. So he'll be present at the opening. The community, and as I said, the community being there as well. So it's a big deal for us.
I've got to ask, was it timed to coincide with Matariki in any way?
Yeah, back in our initial kōrero, our initial talks, we decided we want to start, actually 2 years ago. But because of certain, barriers or, certain issues that came up that time, it was decided that we open at Matariki.
Right.
Yeah, so it was quite fitting for the Māori New Year.
Fantastic. Now, for people that aren't aware, this is going to be sited on the grounds next to where Salisbury School currently is.
On the back of Salisbury School,
On the
yes.
back. And the facility looks wonderful. I've seen some photos of it. Mm-hmm. And it looks really upmarket and modern. Something that's going to be quite a pleasure, I would imagine, to go to school and on a daily basis. Yeah,
contemporary, definitely. When we design, or in the discussions about design, we were all really excited, obviously, having to choose colours and stuff like that. We had to bring on people with those expertise, obviously, because our whānau group, some of us didn't know that the design background, if you like. So, we're really excited about that. However, a building can be built, just on paper like that, but we want to Māorify it, if you like. So from the drawings you see, we need to put Māori art, need to put, some of the taonga from the region. Right. For example, some, like Pākohe, Adulite, or some pounamu, so some carvings of some sort. Yeah, so some Māori taonga just to sort of make it look like it's an actual Māori school.
So what we're seeing right now isn't going to be the finished product?
No, it is the foundation, if you like.
Okay.
So come the opening, definitely there's a lot of work going at the moment for people who are actually working on those art pieces.
Salisbury School next door is
Yes.
under threat, and it's my understanding they were looking forward to having the school next door because there was a feeling that there might be the opportunity to send students to you, and now that's obviously under threat. Any feelings about that at the moment?
Yeah, saddened. Personally, I'm saddened by the situation that they're currently in. Because, you're correct. It is that we want to have a relationship with Salisbury. knowingly that they do have Māori girls that are there, and so having a relationship with them, and also, you know, not only that side is how we could have helped Salisbury with the other girls as well. So it's not just where we're there just for Māori. Ideally, that's what we're about. However, having a relationship with them to on see how we could work together for the benefit of, you know, both schools. So yeah, personally, I am really saddened on the situation they're in at the moment, because they do serve a really good purpose for the girls that are currently there.
Right, well, that decision is still pending, isn't it? And
It is.
I guess there's people still waiting. Look, so what's the plan? Exactly what day is the opening going to take place?
It's Saturday the 14th of July, 5:30 start in the morning.
Wow, okay. Okay.
So that's all to do with us, the opening of anything new, especially buildings, are opened at the break of dawn.
All right.
In Te Ao Māori. So we start at 5:30, yeah, on the Saturday. The Richmond Church, which is the current access to the site, they've been definitely supportive of us, obviously because we're using their access way to get to our site. So I can imagine that there's going to be a lot of people, you know, in that area at that time on that day.
Are the public invited to come and attend?
Yeah, basically it's open at that time for people to come and look. There will definitely be rituals available, happening, and it's just a matter of people, if they don't know what's happening, just, you know, to observe.
Yeah. And tread slowly.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Look, Dayveen, Stevens, congratulations on what
Thank
seems
you.
like a wonderful new project.
Yeah.
And obviously it's taken some time to get this up and happening. And we look forward to hearing more about this new school in the months to come.
Great, thank you.